Welcome back. All right, news of the day video for all you fine people on the internet for your Monday. It is September the 8th. So we've got all the rookie tournaments on the board. We've got some news of the day down here as well. Rookie tournaments are going to be starting this one on September 11th. A lot of them on September 12th. There's some September 13th as well. But it does mean that if you want to watch some hockey, you will be able to do so. Now, not all of these tournaments are going to be easily found. Very often, team websites, they'll have like a YouTube channel for themselves, and you might be able to watch the rookie games on their YouTube channel. But it is kind of happy hunting, like we get into with the preseason, right? Not all preseason games are on TV. So I did try the 1 year to see if I could follow as much of the preseason hockey as I could, but it's just there's not much that's actually broadcast. Some days you might have 11 or 12 games. There might be 3 that are available on TV. Either way, the 2025 Prospects Challenge in Buffalo, New York will feature Boston, Buffalo, Columbus, the New Jersey Devils, and Pittsburgh Penguins prospects. That runs from September 11th to 15th. With 5 teams in that tournament, it is the biggest tournament of the bunch. Interestingly enough, of those 5 teams, New Jersey, the only one that is picked by most to make the playoffs. The other 4, not necessarily as much. So these are rookies that'll be looking to make an impression. And then, of course, some of them will stick around and play in some preseason and all that fun stuff. The 2025 Rookie Series in Allentown, Pennsylvania features only the New York Rangers and the Philadelphia Flyers. September 12th and 13th, they play back-to-back games. There's a 2025 Prospect Tournament at Wesley Chapel, Florida, featuring 4 teams, Carolina, Florida, Nashville, and Tampa. That runs from September 12th to 15th. It is always interesting that geographically, Nashville is close to Carolina and Florida, closer than it is to other teams in the Central. It's just that Nashville is in the Central time zone. So, but otherwise, geographically, yeah, it's right near these teams. I always feel like it's kind of a shame Nashville's not in the same division as Florida and Tampa, but that would involve a whole realignment. I'm not doing that again. The 2025 Tom Curvers Showcase from St. Paul, Minnesota features Chicago, Minnesota, and St. Louis prospects. That runs from September 12th to 14th. The 2025 Rookie Showcase from Highlands Ranch, Colorado features the Avalanche, Utah, and Vegas. That runs from the 12th to the 14th as well. The 2025 Golden State Rookie Face-Off in Irvine, California. That runs from the 12th to the 14th and features all 3 of the California-based teams, Anaheim, LA, and San Jose. The 2025 Rookie Games. There's just one rookie game, Battle of Alberta in Edmonton, between Calgary and Edmonton. The 2025 Prospect Showdown in Montreal, Quebec, runs from the 13th to the 14th. There's 2 games each day. Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, and Winnipeg taking part in that. There's prospect games, the 2025 NHL prospect games from Frisco, Texas, featuring the Dallas Stars and the Detroit Red Wings. That's on the 13th and 14th. The NHL prospect game, 2025 NHL prospect game in Everett, Washington, features Seattle and Vancouver. So just the one game for Vancouver's rookies. And if you're an Islanders or a Capitals fan, they're not taking part in any of the rookie tournaments. This does change every year. I do find it interesting to see how it all ends up going. It's kind of too bad that Vancouver's not hosting a tournament with Calgary, Edmonton, and Winnipeg. They've done that before, but not this year. At any rate, it's kind of fun. And like I said, if you get a chance to track that down via streaming, it's going to be good hockey. It's going to be fun to watch. For those who are having withdrawals, I don't know that I'm having hockey withdrawals necessarily, but I am ready for hockey to return. I'm kind of looking forward to the day-to-day, going back to the normal day-to-day, both with the hockey and with my significant other being home starting today. So it'll be nice to get back into sort of normal, although she's still in the recovery process. So that's your rookie tournaments. News of the day side of things. The ECHL, Frank Saravelli reporting that the Utah Grizzlies are relocating to Trenton, New Jersey for the 2026-2027 season. The official announcement will come tomorrow. Feel bad for the fans in Utah, but they do now have the Utah Mammoth, so they have an NHL team. If that's the expenditure to getting an NHL team is that you end up losing the ECHL team, worse things have happened. Well, interestingly enough, the Grizzlies are the Avalanche affiliate in the ECHL, So I'm kind of surprised they'd be moving to New Jersey. But at any rate, it's not as dramatic when you look at the ECHL teams and where they are, because this year they won't be able to do paper transactions. So if a team's sending a guy down to the AHL, they actually physically have to put that player in the AHL. At the very least, I think in the city and in that facility, and you actually have to send them there. There have been plenty of cases over the years where a team will say that a player's sent down to the AHL, but they don't leave. But the ECHL wouldn't be affected by that, of course. So we'll see if when the Grizzlies move to Trenton, New Jersey, if there's a change in affiliation. ECHL changes in affiliation, it feels like are pretty frequent in general. Anyways, hockey ops changes for the New York Rangers. So Ryan Clough recently stepped down from his management position with the San Jose Sharks, and he takes on an assistant general manager spot with the New York Rangers instead. Blake Wheeler has been named as a hockey ops advisor. So Blake Wheeler getting into management for the New York Rangers as well. If you wanted to feel old today, there you go. The Carolina Hurricanes, yesterday they signed Kevin Labanc to a professional tryout. I hope Labanc gets his game back, so I'm wearing a Carolina jersey for this. Labanc can be a useful bottom six player, again, if he can get his game back. But a lot of PTOs signed so far. I would imagine there'll be more as we get ready for training camp to open next week. And Patterson, as the Vancouver Canucks get into their golf tournament, and the Abbotsford Canucks there as well, and the Calder Cup is there too, the Jake Milford tournament. Patterson saying that over the summer, he's put on 6 kilos in terms of weight, 13 pounds approximately. So we'll see how that plays into things. It sounds like he's got the right attitude about everything. It's that time of year where everybody says all the right things, and then we get into the regular season and see if that's going to have an effect on their play on the ice or not. Brock Besser also said he really didn't want to go anywhere else, and signing an extension with Vancouver made sense. And as I mentioned in a previous video where I was talking about Quinn Hughes, Besser and Garland being good friends with Hughes, the fact they both signed long-term extensions, maybe Rutherford and Alvin kind of playing 4D chess and looking ahead and going, okay, if we keep Quinn Hughes' friends around and he gets the coach he wants in Adam Foote, there's more of a chance of him sticking around past 2027. So Canucks saying all the right things, as most teams are right now. It is that time of year. We're not even into training camp yet, and the interviews have already started going. Speaking of which, the Vegas Golden Knights, they are looking to sign Eichel. Apparently they are in the early stages of extension talks, but both Eichel and the Vegas Golden Knights want this to happen. It will be interesting to see if Eichel signs an extension before the season starts, if that puts any extra pressure on McDavid and the Oilers to get an extension signed there. It is in the best interests of the team to get a superstar like a Jack Eichel signed before the season starts. You don't want any of that doubt to be in there. And so we'll see if Eichel's the first name we can take off the 2026 UFA free agent list. The UFA classes always look great a year out, and then they always dwindle. And I think that's going to happen again. With the salary cap going up too, it does make it easier to hold on to players rather than letting them go to free agency. The flat cap definitely hurts some teams being able to hold on to players, and the expectation is that the salary cap next year goes up by a lot. So we're in this age now where, hockey's making a ton of money. I know there's doom and gloom around National Hockey League and all this too, but I mean, their revenues are at an all-time high. Their TV contracts have never been worth more. And yeah, I think the National Hockey League's in really good shape right now. That being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Hit like and subscribe in the event you may not have done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.